It is rumored that Princess Golden Lotus Willow like smoke is cold, arrogant, and unpredictable. The first day I returned to the country, she had already left a kiss mark on my clothes. That very day. The kiss mark on my clothes topped the hot search. Her face darkened completely. Willow like smoke, look at the fine mess you have made. I innocently replied that this was me helping you. Otherwise your sexual orientation would not be preserved. Get out of my sight. I took off my sunglasses, dialed the number pinned at the top of my contacts. The other side picked up almost instantly. What do you want? A cold and distant female voice came through. I looked at the stream of cars outside the airport, opened my mouth and said I have arrived at the airport. Give you a chance to show off. Come pick me up. I am not free. Fine. Then I will call Celine Green over instead. Having said that I immediately hung up. Of course that sentence was a lie to her, because I did not want to invite trouble upon myself. Stepping out of the airport, I hailed a taxi and got in. Just did not expect. Before driving far, a Porsche blocked the way. A long unseen figure stepped down from the car. She tapped on my window. Get out. I lowered the window, looked at her, smiled and said, "Oh, didn't Miss Willow say she was not free?" Her face expressionless. She replied to me, "Old Willow told me to come redeem you. It was not that I wanted to come myself. I was forced. But from the moment I got off the plane until now, I had only called her alone. No one else knew I had returned to the country." I raised an eyebrow. "Is that so? Then let me call Uncle Willow." Having said that I immediately picked up the phone. She snatched it away. "Do whatever you want." Then turned around, took my suitcase, and walked off. I opened the door and got out, hurriedly, pulled my own suitcase from the trunk, dragged it outside, finished dragging, and shouted after her back, "Miss Willow, wait a moment. Let me pay the taxi first." She opened her car door and paused, took 3 steps to reach me, without even looking at the meter, transferred 50 yuan to the driver. I smiled and said thank you. "Miss Willow." She glanced at me and got in the car. Willow like smoke and I have known each other for 12 years now, from when I was just a student until I stepped into the entertainment industry, and until I became the best actor. She has always been by my side. To say there are no feelings would be a lie. I also admit that I like her. 3 years ago, we were actually together. However, the day I went to the Willow family home as her boyfriend, I overheard Uncle Willow say, "The son-in-law of our family can absolutely not be some good for nothing from the entertainment circle." I hid in the corner of the wall, like a rat in the sewer, unable to see anyone. One sentence shattered my dreams. That very night I booked a flight and left, hastily announced my withdrawal from the entertainment industry. Ever since my parents passed away, the Willow family, for Willow like smoke's sake, had helped me countless times. I am very grateful, but precisely because the Willow family always helped me, I increasingly felt that Willow like smoke and I belonged to 2 different worlds. I thought having money would be enough, so I entered the entertainment industry and climbed with all my might. But in front of the Willow family, all my achievements were nothing. They could easily support someone exactly like me. More than 10 years of self-respect prevented me from lowering my face to ask why, and also prevented me from accepting a fruitless relationship. After going abroad, Willow like smoke called me many times. I did not answer a single one. In the end, she sent a message asking me, "Why did you leave without a word?" I did not even tell her. I replied that I was just tired. At that moment I held the phone and sobbed. In the end, it was I who was not worthy of her. This was the last sentence in our conversation, and so we lost contact for 3 years. In the car, I rested my hand against the window, watching the scenery flash by outside. Willow like smoke suddenly asked me, "Why are you returning to the country now?" I snapped out of my trance. "Nothing. I just wanted to come back." She gave a light laugh. "Can't survive abroad anymore." I tilted my head to look at the slight contempt at the corner of her mouth. I nodded and replied yes. How did Miss Willow know? So clever and peerless. Her face instantly turned cold. "Don't disgust me." Hearing that I looked at her disappointedly. "Fine. It seems Miss does not value my love. It is Miss Willow who hides her man in a golden house, waiting many years for a certain someone, even being mistaken for gay. One can see how important that person is to her." "Shut up. Say one more word and you can walk yourself." She sat beside me, without the slightest mercy. I did not mind either. "Fine." I shut my mouth. She asked again. "Tell the truth. Are you returning this time because you can't survive abroad? I replied no. She asked again. Then why come back? Frowning as she looked at me. I smiled at her gaze and said it's a secret. What am I coming back for? I don't even know myself. Perhaps because 3 years have passed, she still haunts my dreams. Pursued day after day. If I cannot let go, then I must face it. Willow like smoke. Long time. No see. Willow like smoke drove me to her villa. I looked at the mansion before me and teased her. Miss Willow, bringing me here, aren't you afraid your little boyfriend will get angry when he finds out? Is this not the love nest of you two? Miss Willow was helping me take luggage from the trunk. Without hesitation, replied, tonight you sleep on the street. I immediately shook my head, smiled, and accepted. It is rare for Miss Willow to bring me here. To be hidden by Miss Willow once. How could I leave? Hearing that, she quickly glanced at me. If you don't want to stay, then sleep outside the door. I laughed. Whether strawberries fall at the ends of the earth. Whatever. Right at the entrance, my sharp eyes spotted a pair of men's slippers in the shoe cabinet. I smiled and said, Miss Willow, these men's slippers have exposed you. Your little boyfriend only left a few days ago, and you already changed to another man. Isn't that unreasonable? She coldly snorted, took out the slippers and placed them in front of me. Do you want to check whose size they are? I replied, who knows? Maybe the size is the same. At this moment your brain hole is quite big. You can smell them. See if there is the foot odor of the previous person, or only the foot odor of one person. Yours. She looked at me while opening the door. I couldn't help laughing. She turned back and asked, what are you laughing at? I won't tell you. She ignored me completely, pushed the door open and walked straight in. After entering and walking around once, only then did I realize Willow like smoke had prepared everything in advance. She had prepared many matching pairs, couple toothbrushes, couple cups, and even the bed was already made. I sincerely said thank you. She nodded as acknowledgement. My eyes accidentally caught Willow like smoke, taking a cup to drink water. In that instant I seemed to discover something. Miss Willow, this cup of yours looks like a couple cup with mine. I leaned against the doorframe, grinning as I looked at her. Her hand paused, face calm as she replied. Buy one, get one free. I nodded. I understand. Miss Willow has started being frugal and managing the household. A cup only costs a few yuan. Yet Miss Willow still calculates and chooses buy one, get one free. I smiled looking at her, hearing that her footsteps into the room quickened. Without hesitation she entered the room, slammed the door shut. Before closing the door, she threw me the words so talkative. After I had settled everything, my manager Zhang Tong called me. He said, Wan Sen, tonight the Shu family is holding a dinner party. They sent an invitation. Are you going? I was lying on the bed, intending to tell him I am not going. Just returned and tired. But thinking this is Cynthia Shu's home turf. That year she also helped me a lot. Fine. I told him go. Help me accept. He replied okay. Then immediately hung up. After hanging up, I got up and knocked on Willow like smoke's door. From inside came, what is it? I said, tonight I have to attend a dinner party. Have to go out. Telling you. After a while, she him ed as reply. Half an hour later, as soon as I opened the door, I saw Willow like smoke had already changed into evening gown. She said to me, still not changing clothes? Wait longer and go by yourself. Hearing that I paused, smiled and replied, seeing that Miss Willow is kindly helping, I will reluctantly make the trip. An hour and a half later, I changed into a suit and opened the door. Willow like smoke was in the living room watching TV, bored to death waiting for me to open the door. Instantly her gaze met mine for a moment. I saw her eyes light up, but she quickly looked away, mouth saying so slow. Ugly. Yet her ears were already red. I smiled and stepped closer. Is that so? If the suit is not nice, you still kept it. Didn't you say before to throw it away? She did not turn her head. Replied, I packed it and forgot to throw it. Hearing that I asked, so that's how it is. I thought Miss Willow specially kept it for me. Turns out I was being sentimental. Actually, did you throw it away or not? I could tell with one glance. In the wardrobe, the suit was neatly hung. Not only unwrinkled, even faintly fragrant. One look and you know someone meticulously cared for it. That certain someone is still as stubborn as 3 years ago. Actually, today's Willow like smoke, compared to 3 years ago, is worlds apart. 3 years ago, she still liked chasing after me. Like a fool, pulling the sky and earth. only in front of strangers. Did she have today's attitude, cold, wicked, and sharp-tongued? It's just that the favoritism from back then toward me, finally, vanished in time. Without a trace, I wore the suit and got into Willow Like Smoke's Rolls Royce. Willow Like Smoke got in after. The driver drove toward the destination. On the way, familiar scenes flashed by one. Hard to imagine 3 years have passed, and I am back here again. Back then I fled in panic. Now I fear nothing. A broken pod is already shattered. At worst, truly lose face. Then go abroad once more. I tilted my head to look at Willow Like Smoke beside me. She leaned against the seat with eyes closed, resting. After a long while, her lips moved. How long are you going to stare? Hearing that I looked at her, ears flushed red. I leaned close to her ear and said, I don't want to look anymore either. It's just. Miss Willow's ears turning red is the first time I have seen it. I lowered my head and saw her body visibly stiffen. Then the partition behind was pulled up by her. She shifted away from me. Replied, it's a natural phenomenon. After that I saw her ears turn even redder. Even her whole face started to blush. She herself realized something was wrong. Turned her head toward the window, covering her face tightly. I softly laughed, turned my head to continue looking out the window. Half an hour later, Willow Like Smoke's car drove into the Shu family garage. Turning back to look, the party entrance was already full of all kinds of reporters. Willow Like Smoke got out after, turned to look at me, dawdling behind, asked still not coming. I replied, you go first. Wait longer and the media taking photos won't look good. Hearing that her face worsened. Up to you. Then quickly walked away. Watching her back gradually disappear, I helplessly sighed. I also want to stand beside her, under the flashlights. Appear as her lifelong partner. It's just today is my first day back. If photographed together with Willow Like Smoke, who knows what rumors would spread. At that time it would trouble the Willow family. This matter cannot be rushed. Take it slowly. After Willow Like Smoke left for a while, only then did I slowly appear in front of everyone. The moment I appeared, I heard camera shutters stop, then heard someone softly ask, This is Best Actor Jong Won-sen, right? I raised my head and smiled at him. Yes, Jong Won-sen. The next second camera sounds never stopped. 3 years ago I suddenly withdrew from the industry, causing a storm of discussion, then went abroad and disappeared. Now I suddenly appear again. To them, this is absolutely tonight's main show. Having been in this circle for many years, I still know what the media wants. Mr. Jong, 3 years ago, why did you withdraw from the industry? Now that you appear again, what is the reason? Mr. Jong, may I ask, this time returning to the country, do you plan to re-enter the entertainment industry? Questions came one after another. I lowered my head and faintly smiled. Sorry. These for now are inconvenient to answer. These at present I really cannot give answers. After that, I no longer paid attention to the voices behind. Directly walked into the party venue. As soon as I entered, I immediately saw Willow Like Smoke talking with Cynthia Shu. She turned her head to look at me. Cynthia Shu followed her gaze to look at me. In that instant, Cynthia Shu's eyes lit up. Oh, Won-sen, you finally came. Sister Cynthia, long time no see. Long time no see. 10 years ago when I entered the industry, she guided and connected me. Even being able to survive in this circle for so long was also thanks to her help, so I am very grateful to her. I smiled and said, Sister Cynthia, my first day back and I came to your party. Giving face right. She nodded. Of course. Still Won-sen is good to me. Unlike Willow Like Smoke. Invited her to come prop up the pillar and she said she wouldn't. Really? Hearing that, I was stunned for a moment. She replied, yes. At first invited her and she said she wouldn't come. Later somehow told me, you young people, this old sister cannot understand. Especially you two, even separated. Really don't understand the games of you young couples. Cynthia Shu's few sentences made me laugh nonstop. I quickly said, Sister Cynthia, watch your mouth a bit. In outsiders' eyes, Willow Like Smoke and I, right now, are just two unrelated people. If the media heard this, it would be terrible. Moreover, we two are not together now. Young couple what? Too early to say. Not smelling Sister Cynthia's smoke. As soon as I finished speaking, Willow Like Smoke, who went to get red wine, came back, asked what are you talking about so happily. I smiled and said this is a secret between me and Sister Cynthia. She coldly snorted, who cares? Finished speaking, drank a sip of red wine, turned to find someone else. Because of my sudden return and appearing at the party, many old friends from before were very surprised, came over to say a few words to me. There were also quite a few former rivals who came to mock a few sentences. I just let it go in one ear and out the other. Thinking thus, I lowered my head and sipped red wine, raised my head again, and saw a familiar figure, holding a wine glass clinked mine, smiled and said to me, "Best actor Jong, long time, no see. The whole evening quite busy." I curved my lips into a smile and replied, "Best actress Celine is not bad either. Mutual, mutual. Still a bit inferior to best actor Jong." Seeing best actor Jong the whole evening, couldn't find a chance to say a few words. This moment is still me seizing the opportunity to come. Best actress Celine is joking. But I see. Best actress Celine, the whole evening busy chatting with little fresh meats. Where would there be time to look at me? I am already 30. And uncle. Not as good as those new boys entering the industry. Truly captivating. I praised like that. He heard and disdainfully laughed. What use is handsome? Each one like flower vases. Crying scenes don't even have a few tears. Wasting time. After he finished, I made a shushing gesture, lightly laughed and said to him, "Best actress Celine. Many people, many eyes. Calamity comes from the mouth." He understood my meaning, smiled and nodded, clinked my glass again. Instantly, another glass inserted between our clinking glasses. I raised my head to look. Willow like smoke somehow arrived. She hooked the corner of her mouth with a slightly cold smile. "Best actress Celine, what are best actor Jong and you talking about? Can you let me listen too?" I pretended to think and looked at Celine Green. "Best actress Celine, what were we talking about again?" He followed my lead and shook his head bewildered at Willow like smoke. "Nothing. Before I finished speaking, Miss Willow, you already arrived." Willow like smoke heard. Her face visibly darkened. "If nothing, then don't say any more." Sounded like grinding teeth. Then turned to look at me. "Wait a bit and go home with me." I shook my head at her. "No. Many people, many eyes. I already had my manager come pick me up. Wait a bit and take the nanny van home." She heard and nodded. Turned and left. Only her face looked worse. After Willow like smoke left, Celine Green looked at me puzzled. "You two are living together." I smiled. As best actress Celine heard, You two are together?" he asked again. This time I shook my head. "Not really. She is my golden master. I am the pretty face she hides in her golden house." I smiled. Finished. Put down the glass and left, leaving Celine Green stunned in place. Paying my taxi fare, golden master. Huh. Not counting as golden master. All depends on how he interprets. But before going home, I still have something to do. I took out my phone and sent a message to Willow like smoke. Not long after she appeared before me, her face ugly as she asked what. I pulled her to a corner with no people, smiled and said to her, "Miss Willow, your evening gown is dirty." She heard and looked. Before finishing speaking, wanted to leave. I quickly pulled her back, pointed to her back that she couldn't see. "You can't see it. Let me help you wipe it. Because if everyone goes out like this, the media still have to take photos. Can't have damaged clothes." I stepped forward pretending to pat a few times, then even hugged her upper body. Taking advantage of her inattention, tilted forward, caught off guard, let her leave a lipstick mark on my suit. Hey, sorry. Hand slip. You let go of me." I turned and made way. She immediately left without looking back. I said to her back, "Miss Willow, wrong direction. The door is not that way." She heard and stopped, lowered her head and hurriedly walked the opposite way. Seeing that, I couldn't help laughing. After the party ended, the media clicked and shot photos for a while. Then my manager drove, took me back to Willow like smoke's villa. As soon as I opened the door, I saw Willow like smoke with a dark face. "Zhang Wan Sen, look at the fine thing you did. You better explain to me. What is this on your clothes?" As if Miss Willow saw the lipstick mark. "Do you know? Right now, the #1 hot search is this lipstick mark." Willow like smoke looked at me full of anger. I calmly opened my phone. Hot search lipstick mark on Zhang Wan Sen's suit. Lip mark suspected to be Willow like smoke's. She asked me, "Why did you have to leave this mark?" I asked, "Why did you have to do this? Those media think you like girls. I have to help you prove your innocence. You get out okay." I smiled and nodded, turned and went back to my room. I carried the hot search topic that kept fermenting rapidly. Hot searches quickly rushed into several top spots. Lipstick shade number Lip lines the media all guessed. Whose lipstick mark was on my clothes? All kinds of speculations, blooming everywhere. The next day, nearly 9:30, I planned to get up, see what to make for Willow like Smoke's lunch. But her previous lifestyle definitely meant sleeping until noon. Even if I made breakfast, she wouldn't eat. No need, I thought thus. Completely did not expect Willow like Smoke could wake earlier than me, and even make breakfast for me. So when I saw the busy figure in the kitchen, I was stunned. Wait, I will bring it over for you to eat. Willow like Smoke placed breakfast on the table. Face calm, raised her head to look at me. Hearing that, I snapped back, leaned against the doorframe, lazily said, "Not bad." Suddenly remembered the saying, being favored gives capital. No fear of anything. Perhaps, in Willow like Smoke's heart, I am still a bit different from others. She raised her head and glanced at me. Early morning, don't be sick here. Eat or don't eat. Finished speaking, sat down at the dining table herself, clearly not intending to hug me. Fine, no rush for now. There will be many chances later. I gathered my thoughts, walked step by step to the dining room, sat down in front of her. As soon as I sat, she said, "Don't be sentimental. Making breakfast is because the aunt hasn't come. Redeem because no aunt I got up to make breakfast. Has nothing to do with you." I curved my lips, looked at her and nodded. I know Miss Willow doesn't like me. Picking me up is because seeing I have nowhere to stay. Looking like couple cups is because buy one get one free. Making breakfast for me is because no aunt. I understand all of it. She heard and replied, "Knowing is good." The motion of drinking milk never stopped. One meal we ate in silence. After I returned to my room for a while, only then did I suddenly remember. I just went out planning to make lunch for Willow like Smoke. This brain. I once again opened the door and went out. Only this time, the kitchen was already empty. Already past 11. Cooking rice too slow. Better cook noodles. I thought thus. Reached out and took eggs, vegetables, noodles from the fridge. Water just put in pot, not yet boiling. Heard from behind the voice, "What are you doing?" I turned on the stove, subconsciously replied, "Making lunch for you." Only after speaking, did I realize what I said. Turned to look at her. Added, "As repayment for you making breakfast for me." She coldly snorted, "Best if it's edible." Then drank water and left. Actually, my cooking skills Willow like Smoke clearly knows. Because before, I made for her to eat many times. Just this woman is stubborn. 12 o'clock exactly. I on time brought noodles to the table, and she also perfectly timed came out from her room. Mouth saying, "So slow, going to die." I replied to her, "Cooked with love, Miss Willow. Have to wait a bit more. Otherwise too fast. Miss Willow won't taste my love." Then smiled, squinting eyes, looking at her. She faced my gaze. Hurriedly looked away everywhere. Mouth replied, "One bowl of noodles, talking so grandly. Worthy of best actor Jong. But this bit is made by me. Besides, Miss Willow, when have I ever cooked for another woman? What does it have to do with me?" Words said thus. But her ears turned red again. Pure love, Miss Willow online being flirted with. At the dining table I found the chance to say to Willow like Smoke, "In a few days I have to attend an award ceremony." Afraid? Then you won't be here. Telling you in advance. She hummed and said nothing. A few days later I prepared to go out to the award ceremony. Willow like Smoke indeed was not there. Actually, this ceremony today, I originally did not plan to attend. But Willow like Smoke, whenever busy, disappears. I alone really bored. Afraid I would stupidly go out, wander 2 circles. Moreover, must go to possibly meet Meng Jiang. I remember, he was before I withdrew. The supporting male in my last film. 3 years and only he dared to ship CP with Willow like Smoke. I must go see, I thought thus. Got into the nanny van already waiting at the door. The day I accepted this ceremony invitation, the organizers immediately put my name first, promoted heavily. So when I arrived at the venue, flashlights flooded heaven and earth. I adjusted my clothes, gave a smile greeting the lenses. In the crowd, don't know which media company reporter, suddenly asked me, "Best actor Jong, you appearing again before everyone like this? Do you plan to return?" Looking at best actor Jang's situation, heard 3 years ago you withdrew because of relationship troubles. Is this true, Mom? Hard to say. Best actor Jong, what do you think of the current young flowers in the entertainment industry? Best actor Jong saw reporters asking more and more. I waved my hand. These questions for now all inconvenient to answer. Next time have chance we talk again. Finished speaking. I turned and left the red carpet. One relationship issue. is already enough for them to write big articles. Seeing the seating at that moment, I couldn't help my eye corner twitching. Left is Willow like smoke. Right is Celine Green. Organizers, do you have intention or not careful? Luckily, Willow like smoke did not mention to me she was coming, and Celine Green officially replied, said schedule conflict cannot come. Otherwise the venue undercurrents would surge. Both people not coming, this Asura arena would not be set up. I thought, thus breathed a sigh of relief. Only this breath not yet down. Heard left good evening. Right best actor Jong, what a coincidence. Again we meet. Good evening, really coincidental. I hung a fake smile, sat between the two. Already thought of way to find someone to switch seats. Next second passed by a senior I knew from before in the industry. I gave him an eye signal. He looked once. Gave me a look of bless yourself. Then saw a young flower I once supported. She looked at me once. Terrified, shook head, waved hands. Head not turning left for half day. Not one person willing to switch with me. Willow like smoke, lightly laughed beside my ear, give up. This seat no one will switch with you. Extremely asking for a beating. I was just greeting. What did Miss Willow say? I don't understand. Not understanding is best. Hearing that I silently sighed in my heart. Indeed, mixing outside always have to pay. Always be countered by people. Luckily, now outsiders all don't know my relationship with Willow like smoke. Otherwise just today's seating arrangement. Cameras could freeze to death on our three faces the whole event. Not long after, the ceremony began. Following procedure, speeches, then awards. Actually, nothing interesting to watch. I propped my cheek, extremely bored watching people come and go on stage. Suddenly a name caught my attention. Best Male Actor of the Year, Meng Jiang. Let us applaud. Congratulate Mr. Meng. At age 28 honored with Best Male Actor of the Year. Can be said future unlimited. The host on stage praised. I also raised hands to applaud. 28 years old with this achievement, really not small. Then I saw Meng Jiang, wearing a white suit, walked on stage. But have to say, we wore matching outfits. Suits besides color different, design more or less the same. Really matched. I held phone, looked once. Only discovered the top trending already as two. Just now I never checked phone, so completely did not notice. Two people wearing matching outfits. Definitely, one will be hurt. I slightly lowered head, covered mouth. To Willow like smoke said. This year Miss Willow bought high-end ones flooding the streets. This suit was Willow like smoke. A few days ago heard I was attending the award ceremony. Sent to me. Didn't expect today to match. I tilted head, looked at Willow like smoke. She frowned, opened mouth. I didn't know he was playing what trick. Hearing that I laughed. Replied. He wants to attract your attention. Shut up. She without hesitation, coldly replied me. I nodded, made a zipping mouth gesture. On stage Meng Jiang began his acceptance speech. To have today. Very thankful to the judges for recognizing me. Also very thankful along the way. The support of fans and family. Really in the future I will definitely film more works. To repay everyone. But, today I mainly want to especially thank one person. Finished speaking. His gaze directed toward me. Oh no. Should say looked toward Willow like smoke beside me. I very much thank 5 years ago. Miss Willow giving me the chance to play the fourth male lead. And letting me today stand here. Truly. If not for Miss Willow giving me this chance, I could not stand here. Also, could not receive today's Best Male Actor award. I especially thank Miss Willow like smoke. He finished speaking. The big screen lens turned to Willow like smoke. I knowingly shifted aside. Result, this cameraman don't know if doing something. Insisted on including me. This time good. Willow like smoke and I sat side by side, while Meng Jiang on stage was still thanking Willow like smoke. What killed me even more was the evening gown Willow like smoke wore tonight. Clearly formed a couple outfit with my suit, yet I had already matched with Meng Jiang. Hee. Big sister has weathered many storms. It is nothing. My heart has long turned to ice. I smiled at Willow like smoke beside me, clapped for her, pretending we were strangers. Then the host had to chime in. Oh my. This picture I truly dare not look at anymore. Best Actor Jong and Miss Willow sitting together. They really look like a couple. Even their color coordination is so bold. But Mr. Meng is not willing to lose either. His outfit is almost identical to Best Actor Zhang's. This time, Best Actor Zhang truly has a successor. The host narrowed his eyes in delight and looked at me. I smiled and nodded. As expected, The whole venue's joy tonight revolved around one big joke. I smiled and replied. I cannot compare to Meng Jiang. He looks so handsome in white. I can only wear black. This way I look slimmer. The audience burst into laughter. The host continued. Best actor Zhang is too modest, if not black. How could it match Miss Willow so perfectly? Even your seats are right next to each other. I heard you two are not very familiar. Why not take this chance to get acquainted? Hearing that, I extended my hand toward Willow like smoke. Miss Willow, it is better to meet than to hear 100 tales. Today, you truly radiate noble elegance. Let us get to know each other. I am Zhang Wansen. She reached out and lightly hooked my thumb, behind the cameras. She softly said to me. Best actor Zhang, I have admired you for a long time. Willow like smoke. I lifted my head and met her gaze. Our eyes locked in the air, carrying a hint of unexpected ambiguity. Clearly we eat and live together every day, known each other for 12 years. Yet today, we still had to perform this first meeting script. Truly life is a play. All thanks to acting skills. The entire venue's attention was focused on us. Even the cameras kept cutting to our faces the whole time. Yet Meng Jiang was still standing on stage. I smiled and said. Introductions complete, host. Quickly, let Meng Jiang come down and sit. The whole hall erupted in laughter again. An award ceremony featuring me, Willow like smoke, and Meng Jiang. The trio ended up dominating the hot search. Meng Jiang, thanks Willow like smoke. Zhang Wansen and Meng Jiang matching suits. Zhang Wansen and Willow like smoke couple outfit. Zhang Wansen and Willow like smoke first meeting. Topics followed one after another. Nearly the entire top 10 hot searches were swept by us. I looked at the hot search, Zhang Wansen Willow like smoke couple outfit, and felt my head grow 3 sizes bigger. I had only just returned to the country, and already shipped with Willow like smoke again. So intensely. What would Uncle Willow think of me when he finds out? Would he think I did it on purpose? My heart was in complete chaos. I called out to Willow like smoke, who was about to return to her room. Why didn't you tell me that you were attending the ceremony tonight? She looked at me with confusion. Do I need to report to you in advance just for attending an event? I was defeated by her, changed my tone and asked. Then why didn't you tell me that you had a suit matching the one on me, and even wore it to the venue? We sat right next to each other. Others would find it hard not to overthink. She shrugged nonchalantly. I came straight from the company. The company only had this suit left that hadn't been dry cleaned. And the suit you're wearing, I saw it on sale at the time. The colors matched well, so I bought it. Who would overthink so much? Every reason sounded perfectly logical. Yet somehow, all these coincidences piled together like this. I sighed helplessly. What do we do now? If Uncle Willow finds out, he will inevitably be furious. What else can we do? Wait until the heat dies down over time. I looked up. Aren't you going to remove these hot searches? She calmly countered. Why should I remove them? Fine. Do whatever you want. I took a deep breath, returned to my room in frustration. She suddenly asked me. Zhang Wansen, does wearing a matching outfit with me embarrass you? I answered somewhat helplessly. No, just awkward. I just returned and caused all this weird mess. And Uncle Willow hates this kind of thing the most. Not long after returning to my room and lying on the bed with a heart full of ashes, my manager Zhang Tong called. As soon as he spoke, it was bad news. You're being dragged. I was confused. Dragged? How? Someone said you already knew you would match Miss Willow, so you custom-made the suit yourself, but unexpectedly ended up matching Meng Jiang too. Moreover, Meng Jiang's side has already released purchase records. I heard that and my eyes lit up. Really? He replied. Truer than pearls. Then I know exactly how to handle this. I happily hung up. Since Meng Jiang and I wore the same style, in a way, Willow like smoke and Meng Jiang also became a couple outfit. I could claim I loved this dress and copied it myself, never expecting to accidentally match Willow like smoke and flip the car. This way Uncle Willow wouldn't be too disgusted. I cheerfully opened social media, wrote an apology. Extremely sorry everyone, tonight's outfit caused such huge buzz. I simply thought this suit looked good, found it sold out. So I had it custom made, never expecting to match Miss Willow like smoke, and same style as Mr. Meng Jiang. Here I sincerely apologize to everyone, sorry for disappointing you all. I smiled and posted the apology. It quickly shot to the hot search. 10 minutes later, Zhang Wansen apology was already trending. Just when I was about to turn off my phone, Willow Like Smoke suddenly posted a clarification. I remember the last time she posted anything on social media was still back in university. What did she post today? I opened her clarification in confusion. In just a few seconds I was nearly scared into the hospital. Willow Like Smoke posted purchase records. Blindingly bright payment person. Item name purchased. Time and information. What killed me more was she attached 2 photos. One was from the ceremony venue, zoomed in on the cuff of her gown with the embroidered word gift. The other was from the ceremony venue, my shoulder with the barely visible embroidered word, Jiang. That word Jiang was completely invisible unless zoomed. This time I was nailed dead. I frantically deleted my apology, rushed out and knocked on Willow Like Smoke's door. Willow Like Smoke, come out. Why did you post that clarification? Do you know? She opened the door from inside. My momentum instantly weakened. She stood at the door, calmly and softly asked me. What should I know? Tell me, you should know you cannot post that clarification. My voice grew small. I admit the moment Willow Like Smoke opened the door, I chickened out. Why can't I post it? She raised a brow and looked at me in confusion. Because I stammered, couldn't explain for half a day. She directly cut me off. Because you don't like it, think I embarrassed you. What does that have to do with me? Whether you like it or not has nothing to do with me. The next second the door slammed shut in my face. I stood there with something stuck in my chest. Since returning, we had silently avoided the past. But today, she seemed determined to bring everything to the table, both our hearts. Lying on the bed I stared at the ceiling, wishing I could smash the current hot search list. It was all me and Willow Like Smoke. Willow Like Smoke bought couple outfits for Zhang Wansen. Miss Willow and Zhang Wansen in love. Zhang Wansen, the tragic Ying Tai. What killed me more? When I entered the venue, my answer about whether withdrawing from the industry was related to romance had also been dug up. Netizens shouted they could ship it now, and I wanted to say my life is a life too. Great. With Willow Like Smoke's one clarification, I was directly exposed to the public, and placed myself on the fire to roast. I could already imagine how furious Uncle Willow would be if he knew. I might be directly blacklisted, unable even to eat. It's over. That whole night I slept in fear, afraid Uncle Willow would call and I wouldn't pick up. But against all my expectations, nothing happened. Hot searches were not removed. No phone calls came. Absolutely nothing. I felt infinite gratitude in my heart. Somehow, picked up another life, so I became even more cautious. No commercial performances. No dinner parties. I attended nothing. Every time I went out I trended once. Every time I went out I ran into Willow Like Smoke once. Annoyed to death. What Willow Like Smoke currently thought of me I no longer knew, but I felt life had lost all meaning. So when Zhang Tong called asking if I wanted to attend some magazine ceremony, I directly refused. He said okay. Right after okay, I suddenly heard the assistant's voice on the other end. 1 million appearance fee, and he still won't go. What is he if not 1 million? I bolted upright from the bed. Zhang Tong replied yes. The brand side said knowing you're busy, paying 1 million just for you to make an appearance. I immediately told him go. This one go. Any other paid events, find them all for me. I'll attend everything. Right now, I had no idea which day I would be kicked out. I needed to save as much money as possible. I hung up. Zhang Tong sent me a photo, full of various events, fees ranging from hundreds of thousands to millions. I told him start from the most expensive. Print money. I will never complain about too much. A few days later, I received the clothes sent by the brand. According to Zhang Tong's introduction, these were specially made for me by the brand, and designed by a top Milan designer. Even the collar had the word Zhang, only after previous experience. Now seeing these words, I remembered Willow Like Smoke's vicious move. My heart felt no touch, only fear to touch. When the time came, I took the nanny van to the venue. I arrived just as the previous person finished the red carpet. I appeared, smiling, and greeting everyone. Then my smile froze the instant I saw Willow Like Smoke. She calmly nodded at me as greeting, while the media shouted Willow Like Smoke, Zhang Wansen. Second time in the same frame. Quick, quick, quick shoot. If I had known she was coming I wouldn't have. Hee hee. I kept my fake smile and stood before her. What suffocated me more? My seat was right next to hers. The jacket she wore and my outfit today were couple style again, as expected. Seeing those words, I knew nothing good would come. If the first time was coincidence, then the second time still coincidence. And after already trending once. Second time, whatever coincidence. I could see through it all. I had been set up. This was all orchestrated by Willow, like smoke single-handedly. After I sat down, she leaned close and smiled at me. Best actor Jong, do you like the outfit? Her voice neither loud nor soft. Everyone in the venue with ears could hear. I forced a smile at the corner of my mouth. Love it. Only Miss Willow could gift something so unique. Is that so? I thought a useless young miss like me, wearing couple outfits with Best Actor Jong, would lower Best Actor Jang's status. After she finished, I wanted to give her 2 punches to help. Petty woman. Last time I never said no. Still holding grudge until now. I curved my lips and smiled. Miss Willow is joking. With Miss Willow's worth and status, being able to match with Miss Willow is my honor. Hearing that she lightly laughed and said no more, I was forced to perform in front of the cameras. While Willow like smoke only needed a calm face. Truly hateful. Soon the ceremony finally ended. I yawned. Nexor. And stood up. Suddenly, a young man rushed out. He directly pushed me with his hand, then charged straight to Willow like smoke, shouting, "Sister, why didn't you tell me you were coming too? If Dad hadn't told me, I wouldn't even know you were invited." Hearing this, I finally understood. So the kid in front of me was the son of the event organizer. But what does that have to do with me being pushed? I even twisted my ankle. I silently swallowed my anger, limping, planning to leave. Suddenly, everything went dark before me. Looked up. Willow like smoke had somehow stood in front of me. That kid was still clinging behind her, walking and asking, "Sister, are you free later? Shall we go eat together?" Willow like smoke didn't even glance at him, stood before me and asked how my foot was. I walked while gritting my teeth in pain, only managing to spit out a few words. "Just got pushed. You're late. Idiot." The next second she directly looped around and supported my arm, helping me walk out of the venue. Camera shutters instantly rang non-stop. Reporters who were about to clock off nearly broke their shutter buttons. I considered myself seasoned through countless storms, even surviving matching outfits with Mung Jong. Yet this time back in the country, just seeing the hot search Willow like smoke and Best Actor Jong intimate side by side, I knew I was done for. Completely done for. No need to struggle anymore. The Willow family must know by now. I sighed helplessly. Willow like smoke came holding a first aid kit, gently pressed my ankle. I immediately cried out, "Pain, pain, pain." She told me, "Take it easy." I replied, "You know it hurts. I thought you were made of iron." Still managing to limp home. Didn't even call me once. Just limped away by yourself. If halfway you couldn't walk anymore, were you planning to crawl home, no matter what? Willow like smoke applied medicine while nagging me. I could hear the iron not becoming steel tone in her voice. Smiled and asked her. "Miss Willow." Heartbroken. Her hand immediately froze. Then pressed even harder. "Pain, pain, pain. If you keep talking nonsense, it won't just hurt this much later." Hearing that, I looked up at her. The setting sun was beautiful, shining through the floor-to-ceiling windows, falling behind Willow like smoke, just like the first day we met. She wore a white dress with tiny flowers, walking against the light. That moment I went crazy in my head. Directly asked her, "Willow like smoke, do you still like me?" She heard. Her hands didn't stop, nor did she speak. Lips pressed tight, not knowing what she was thinking. I snapped back, only realizing I had asked something I shouldn't. But she didn't answer. Didn't that prove she once liked me? But when she liked me, I left without a word. What does this count as? Sigh. I really asked for trouble myself. I shut my mouth, not daring to say more. After returning from that magazine ceremony, I directly messaged Jong Tong. "Even if there's work, don't contact me. If no work, even more, don't contact me." I could already guess what the hot search titles would say. Even the netizens' comments I could imagine. I turned off my phone's internet. Didn't dare look at any online discussion, let alone hot searches. Even entertainment shows flashing on. I feared I would appear on them. In a few days the Willow family would definitely blacklist me. And where would I go? I didn't know. I looked at the vast empty house before me. My heart felt heavy and stifled. Lightning suddenly flashed in the sky. I instinctively jumped, looked at the wall clock, only then remembering, usually at this hour, Willow like smoke was about to come home. If not back soon it would pour. I nervously stared at the door, waiting for her to push it open as always. 1 minute. 2 minutes. 3 minutes. Heavy rain poured down right on time outside the window, like a waterfall. Yet Willow like smoke still hadn't returned. I sat in the living room anxiously watching the clock and the door, afraid something bad happened to her. Half an hour later, the door finally opened. I rushed over, seeing her half-soaked body. I worriedly asked why so late. Did something happen on the road? She shook her head, placed a bag in my hand. The late-night snack place you love most happened to be open tonight. Passed by and queued so a bit late. She spoke without looking at me, light as floating clouds and gentle breeze, as if it was the most ordinary thing. My hand holding the bag froze. It was about to rain. Why still queue? Even I could hear my voice choking slightly. Because I knew you would crave late-night snacks tonight, she answered naturally, blocking all my touched words. Willow like smoke's sharp tongue I wasn't experiencing for the first time, but every time it left me unable to retort. Fine. Today considering the rain. And she still went to buy late-night snacks for me. I carried the bag and sat on the sofa. My eyes accidentally glanced, seeing Willow like smoke taking off her jacket because it was wet, so I couldn't help looking more. 2 eyes. 3 eyes. She removed the wet jacket. The white shirt inside already clung to her skin. I watched her hand unbutton the first button, second button. Then her hand stopped. I was wondering why. The next second, planning to stare, how long, looked up. She was staring at me peeking, caught red-handed by the owner. I forced a smile. Isn't it? Because Miss Willow has a beautiful figure. If it were someone else I wouldn't even look. I won't look anymore. Better eat the late-night snack. Saying that I was about to look away, she spoke. If you want to look then undress yourself. How can you say such words? My hand holding chopsticks started shaking. Asked anywhere can be undressed. Actually this sentence, I just blurted it out, not wanting to be looked down on by Willow like smoke, thinking I wouldn't dare. All these years, Willow like smoke has always been a pure love tiger. Hearing this, she definitely couldn't stand it, so after saying it and seeing no reply I prepared to eat. Result. Fine. You can undress everything. Her voice carried a hint of ambiguity and complete dominance. Done. Dug my own grave. But words already spoken. If I backed down now I would be the coward. I stubbornly walked to her. She spread her arms, looking like do whatever you want. I trembling reached out to unbutton her third button. Hand don't shake. Her voice came from above my head. Hearing that my face started turning red, she wasn't satisfied and added fuel. Directly grabbed my hand, teaching me step by step how to unbutton her shirt. Like this is correct. 1, 2, 3. Finally, the top was fully unbuttoned. I felt electrocuted and immediately let go. Other places you not trying. I instinctively looked down, then frantically waved no no no. I think this is enough. Wanted to run but Willow like smoke grabbed my shirt. You just undressed me. Courtesy demands reciprocity. I turned and shook my head like a rattle. This courtesy demands reciprocity. Used now seems a bit inappropriate. It works it works. After that I ate late-night snacks right onto Willow like smoke's body. She said go shower then showered right onto the bed. All karma I created myself. And old debts Willow like smoke settled all at once. In the middle of the night, I cried and told her why I left 3 years ago. The next morning when I woke up the side was empty. I got up, washed, and saw Willow like smoke making lunch. I hugged her from behind. She smiled and asked awake. Tired. Not bad. I leaned on her back and replied. Good then. Tonight Dad Willow called us over for dinner. I froze and mumbled okay. She knew my voice was off, turned and hugged me, saying, don't worry, I will handle it well. I believe you. Whatever comes will come. Avoiding is useless. Standing before the Willow family gate, I took a deep breath, forced the most normal smile possible, pushed the door and entered. As soon as I entered I saw Uncle Willow sitting in the living room watching TV. On TV was broadcasting my old interview about withdrawing from the industry. I retracted my gaze, walked over and called Uncle Willow. He immediately turned and looked at me, instantly smiled and said Wan Sen is here, finally, willing to visit this old man. I thought you wouldn't come. I forced a smile. How would I dare? Just busy after returning. Only free tonight. HMPH. I know big stars are busy. No time to visit this old man. Oh, Uncle Willow, you're still so young. If called old man, then I become a middle-aged uncle. Hearing that, he finally laughed heartily. Only you know how to make me happy. Not like Willow like Smoke. All day only knows how to cause trouble for me. And Willow like Smoke had just returned from the garage. Heard this the moment she entered. Retorted, Dad, you're talking nonsense. I brought you a son-in-law. I looked at Willow like Smoke in horror and disbelief. Starting already. Uncle Willow asked where. Willow like Smoke tilted her chin toward me. The one standing right in front of you, Dad. I nervously looked at Uncle Willow, afraid he would faint from anger on the spot. Yet what I heard was Pev. I knew about this long ago. I thought you brought your sister's boyfriend. This script is all wrong. Willow like Smoke also knew what I was confused about. Directly asked for me. Dad, you don't mind Won-sen working in entertainment? I immediately lowered my head, not daring to meet his eyes. Even today I was still a bit scared. Who knew Uncle Willow would answer Won-sen does art? What entertainment? How difficult this path is for him. How would I not know? I listened in a complete daze. Only at the dinner table did I learn that sentence back then from Uncle Willow was to reject the Meng family. It was Meng Jiang who wanted to marry Willow like Smoke, the two families becoming in-laws. So Uncle Willow used that excuse to refuse the other side. Turns out all my worrying was in vain. Cried for years for nothing. This time I lost all face. Willow, like Smoke, of course, had no reservations. Just exposed everything about me. Uncle Willow laughed heartily after hearing. I blushed in utter embarrassment, though the process was full of twists and turns. In the end, Willow like Smoke and I still ended up together, using my official withdrawal press conference as the opportunity. We announced it publicly. Thank you very much to all my fans for your support and companionship along the way. We feared no storm. Walked together for 12 years. Those 12 years of touching and bitter moments you all experienced with me. Truly thank you from the bottom of my heart. But no banquet in the world lasts forever. Parting is the norm. From today I officially withdraw from the industry and will never step into entertainment again. Once again, thank you my fans for accompanying. Thank you all. Because of you there is the me of today. I stood up and bowed deeply before the cameras. Then raised my head, looked at the lens, smiled, and said, now ask whatever you want. I will answer as best I can. Brother Zhang, may I ask why you withdrew twice? Just for my own life, knowing what I truly want. Then after withdrawing this time, have you considered working behind the scenes? Depends. Maybe. Brother Zhang, before withdrawing, do you have any industry melon to spill? Hearing that I immediately laughed and answered, you're bold, but that's your job. I won't steal it. However, the fact that Miss Willow and I are getting married soon, I wonder if that counts as melon for you all. The venue instantly erupted. Brother Zhang, are you serious? A female reporter excitedly looked at me, eagerly asked. I looked to the side. Willow like Smoke quietly stood among the crowd. Miss Willow, they ask if it's real. Do you want to come answer? She immediately stepped out from the crowd. The venue instantly filled with screams. She walked straight over, looped her arm through mine, and kissed me in front of everyone. I stared at her stunned. Heard her say, all reporters present, just send blessings. 10,000 each. One sentence and the venue exploded with enthusiasm. Offstage shouted, Madam Willow live 100 years in harmony. Have a precious son soon. Madam Willow forever and ever. Madam Willow, from today, I am officially your exclusive editor. The wedding vows were very simple. Willow like Smoke said to me, Zhang Won-sen, I marry you. You cannot because another woman braves the rain, cues to buy you late night snacks, and run off with her. After she finished the venue roared with laughter. Even I couldn't help bursting into laughter. I laughed and hit her. Fine. From now on besides you, I won't eat late night snacks bought by others. Result, someone off stage suddenly shouted, what if Uncle Willow buys? The offstage laughed even louder. I smiled and answered, except those bought by the Willow family ladies. The rest I won't eat. Offstage a wave of whistles. I collected my smile, looked at Willow like Smoke, seriously, and said, Willow like Smoke, being able to marry you is the fortune of my lifetime. Zhang Won-sen. Being able to marry you is my honor. End of story. Good night.